Hello everyone, my name is Aditya Datta, and in this video today I'm going to share ownership review of my Preowned Creta SX optional 2018 variant. So this car I have purchased recently in November 2024. It's been 3 months and I have driven somewhere around 3,500 kilometers. So it was my first car and a second-hand pre-owned one. So in this video I'm also going to talk about why I choose a pre-owned car over a new car at the budget of 8 to 10 lakh rupees. And also I'm going to share the features of this car. Maybe in this video I'm just sharing my opinion that why I choose a pre-owned car at the budget of 10 lakh rupees. So let's start the video. So now starting from the front, we get the projector, headlamps, fog lamps and the DRL. One thing which I don't like about the car is that DRL should be inside the headlamps, but in this variant particular it is near the fog lamp. It's fine, but I personally like the LED DRLs which are inside the headlight one. Over here we get the chrome treatment. Sorry for the bit dust of the car. Now if you see that this particular car is not driven much, it's just 17,000 km driven, and when I got it, it was somewhere around 14,500. So I feel that it is decent. We get 18-inch diamond cut alloy wheels. So the wheels quality is not that up to the mark, but it's fine because the car was less driven, so I don't have any kind of problem with that. I also added some accessories in the car. I was talking about that as well. So it's just push start button car. So it's the keyless entry. We also get the electric foldable ORVMs, but they are not auto foldable. You need to do it electrically only. So from the back, we have the bulb setup, not the LED one. It started coming from the 2019. I've also got the glowing reflector installed in this car. So overall, if I want to rate this car out of 10, I'll rate somewhere around 8.5 to 9, because when I bought the car, the rubbing and the polishing was not up to the mark and the paint quality was a bit of down. Yes, it is 6 years old, I can say that, but I spent some money and I got the Teflon coating done and the rubbing done, and now after that if you see, the car is completely shining. अगर मैं गाड़ी के बोनेट की बात करूं तो थोड़ा सा गंदा है, बट हमें 1600 सीसी का नेचुरली एस्पिरेटेड इंजन मिलता है, विच इज़ माइंड बॉगलिंग. द मोमेंट वी क्रॉस 1800 RPM, द कार गोज ऑन एंड ऑन. एंड अगर मैं इसमें ये भी बताऊँ कि हमें यूज कार कैसे चेक करने की जेन्युइन है कि नहीं, एक्सीडेंटल है कि नहीं, तो जो ये चीज़ है, ये क्लेइंग हमें ये चेक करना पड़ेगा ये ओरिजिनल है कि नहीं है, क्योंकि इसमें आप देख पा रहे हो प्रॉपर वाइट है, कंपनी फिटेड है, और ये कोई भी अगर आफ्टर मार्केट कोई भी काम हुआ होगा तो हमें पता लग जाएगा, बट इसमें आप कहीं भी देखो हमें नहीं पता चल रहा ये, क्योंकि इसमें पेंट हुआ है एंड आफ्टर लगने के बाद पेंट होता है, तो ये कार कभी भी एक्सीडेंटल नहीं है. सेम अगर मैं यहाँ से आपको राइट से भी दिखाऊँ, सेम चीज़ यहाँ पे भी है. तो ये चीज़ आपको बताती है कि कार एक्सीडेंटल नहीं है. थोड़ी सी गंदी हो सकती है बिकॉज प्री ओन्ड कार है, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई कहीं से एक्सीडेंटल है. और ऑल्सो हम यहाँ से भी चेक कर सकते हैं कि अगर यहाँ कोई काम हुआ होगा तो हमें यहाँ से पता लग जाता है कई बार, बिकॉज जो मशीनरी से काम होकर आता है एंड जो हम कोई बंदा हाथ से करेगा या आफ्टर मार्केट करेगा बाद में, वो ईजिली नोटिसेबल होता है. अगर मैं पेंट क्वालिटी की बात करूँ तो हमें क्या करना है, जब भी हमें कार का पेंट वर्क चेक करना है, कार चेक करनी है, हमेशा ब्रॉड सनलाइट में करनी है, ताकि हमें पता चले कि कार की एक्चुअल कंडीशन क्या है. अगर मैं दूर से देखूँ तो कार के अंदर पेंट में अभी भी रिफ्लेक्शन है, यानी जो मोस्ट ऑफ द कार है वो जेन्युइन है. एंड सेकंड चीज़ हमें क्या करनी है, कार को बिल्कुल हमें पास से चेक करना है. हम छू के भी फील कर सकते हैं अगर सरफेस स्मूथ है कि नहीं है. एंड सेकंड चीज़ हम देख सकते हैं कि कार के अंदर रिफ्लेक्शन कितनी आ रही है. अगर प्रॉपर रिफ्लेक्शन है, अगर आप जैसे भी देख सकते हैं कि प्रॉपर रिफ्लेक्शन मुझे आ रही है, मतलब कार का जो पेंट है जेन्युइन है. मगर जो ये मेरी पर्टिकुलर कार है, इसमें पर्टिकुलरली बैक साइड का जो ये है बम्पर है वो रीपेंटेड है. तो इसमें अगर आपको अभी दिखाऊंगा तो इतनी ज़्यादा रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं है, हल्का रफनेस है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ द टेफ्लॉन कोटिंग वो थोड़ा स्मूथ हो चुका है. हमें इस चीज़ का भी बहुत ज़्यादा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. जो बूट है वो कम्प्लीटली ओरिजिनल है, वो भी हम यहाँ से ऐसे ही पता कर सकते हैं कि इसमें भी रिफ्लेक्शन है. तो ये बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें है जिसका हमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा एट द टाइम ऑफ बाइंग अ प्री ओन्ड कार. सेम चीज़ अगर मैं यहाँ से आपको दिखाऊँ, मेरी कार में एग्जैक्टली यहाँ पे भी सेम स्मूथ सरफेस है एंड यहाँ पे भी शाइनिंग एंड प्रॉपर रिफ्लेक्शन है. ये कहीं चीज़ें बताती है कि कार एक्सीडेंटल तो नहीं है या कहीं रीपेंटेड तो नहीं है. स्पेशली दिल्ली जैसी जगह में कार रीपेंटेड हो सकती है. एंड नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द एलॉयज़, हमें एलॉयज़ की कंडीशन देखनी पड़ेगी. जैसे मेरी पर्टिकुलर इस कार में थोड़ा बहुत एलॉयज़ में था, बट ये मैनेजेबल है. एंड ऑल्सो वी हैव टू चेक द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ईयर ऑफ द टायर, कि टायर कब के है. हो सकता है कुछ कार में चेंज भी हुए हो, कहीं में कार टायर भी बता देते हैं कि कार कितनी ज़्यादा चली हुई है, मीटर बैक तो नहीं है. जैसे ये एक पर्टिकुलर टायर अच्छा खासा भी पड़ा हुआ है. Now moving towards the inside of the car. कार के अंदर प्रॉपर क्रूज कंट्रोल, स्टीयरिंग माउंटेड कंट्रोल्स, सब कुछ मिलता है. तो बाइंग अ कार एट 10 लाख रुपीज़ बजट, अगर मैं प्री ओन कार लेता हूँ उसमें मुझे सब कुछ मिलता है. अदर देन अगर आफ्टर मार्केट लगाऊँ जाके कोई नई कार लूँ, उसमें बड़ी सारी चीज़ें नहीं होंगी. या तो स्टीयरिंग माउंटेन कंट्रोल्स हो सकता है, पर आजकल बड़ी सारी कार में आते भी है. बट क्रूज कंट्रोल एक सब्जेक्टिव चीज़ है, बड़ी सारी कारों में नहीं भी आते हैं, या आते भी है तो बहुत वैल्यू फॉर मनी वेरिएंट से स्टार्ट होते हैं, जो कि मे बी उस तक 11 लाख भी जाए, 12 लाख भी जाए, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द सेगमेंट. नाउ इफ आई स्टार्ट द कार गेट द स्टार्ट स्टॉप बटन. And now a second thing which what we have to observe is the voice, whether the car is starting at the high RPM or the lower RPM. Talking about this particular car, it is started just somewhere around 1500 to 1600 RPM, which is perfectly fine. It means the engine is not at all damaged, or there's some kind of work which we have to done in it. Also, we have the 7-inch infotainment system with recommended sound system. It is fine according to the age of 6 years, but I'm not planning to upgrade it anytime soon. It's fine for me. So now what things I have got it done is the ambient light. It's a big Cardi ambient light which I've got installed after the aftermarket. And telling this, I'm not advising it, but if it's a second-hand car, warranty has been over, you can definitely get these things done. But if your car is in warranty, then I'll not suggest to get these kind of things done. Now moving towards the downside, sorry for this, but we get the wireless charger over here. And buying a car at somewhere around 8 to 10 lakh, we are also getting the wireless charger, which is also a very kind of good feature in it. We also get the sunroof over here, and it is really useful at the time of winters. So it's completely functional, no issues at all. And what we have to check is while buying a sunroof is that at the side whether there is any kind of stoppage or leakage, because in sunroof sometimes after a particular age we get some kind of leakages or a lot of dust gets stuck in any side of it. So we have to be very cautious about it. See, in this particular car there is some bit of dust, but it will get cleaned when it go for a next service. So now, as I have said that I have driven this car for 17,740 kilometers, and I bought this car at 14,500 something like that. So almost 3,000 something excess kilometers I have driven the car. So the high speed of the car is 220, but I guess it must be going around 200 something like that. So I have not driven it more than 120, so I cannot guarantee, but somewhere around 180 or 190, so it can easily touch it. So the car comes with 6 gears, and if I talk about the seat upholstery and everything, it feels very luxurious and very premium. And if I talk about the budget of 8 to 10 lakhs, we don't get this kind of upholstery and everything. Also, so the driver's seat is electrically adjustable. It's a 6-way electric adjustable. So, and in this budget car, you don't get these kind of features. So it makes you feel more premium, more nicer, and more feel good factor, I can say. So we also have to see the clutch, whether it's too hard, light. So I'm talking about this clutch. This is completely light clutch because it's a less driven car. But if you get a car which is just done on 40 to 50,000 kilometers, so I guarantee you the clutch will be bit hard. So you have to check everything about the clutch, about the brakes and everything, brake pads and everything. So then we can negotiate with the buyer as well. If the brake pads are not up to the mark, we have to get it changed. So these are some small things that we can negotiate on at the time of price of the car when we are at the final stage. Also, now coming to the air condition of the car car gets a auto climate control. So as you've seen, I have set the temperature in 23rd, and the car is completely chilling me, no issues at all. So now, if I'm giving you a tip how we should check the AC of the car, so what do you do is put the temperature to the lowest first and maximize the speed. So if you have noticed that after maximizing complete speed, there's no kind of sound from the air condition, from the fan or nothing. So maybe the fan and everything is completely working fine. So what the second thing which I have to do is that I have to just place my finger in the front of vent and let it be for 30 to 40 seconds. If my finger gets completely chilled within the 30 to 40 seconds that I have to remove my hands, means the AC is completely working fine. Also, I for the cautious, I say we should check the AC gas and everything. before buying the car, because at the end maybe it can cost us an additional cost. So to reduce that, we should always check everything, each and everything of the cars, whether it's speakers, infotainment systems, reverse camera. So the reverse camera quality is completely amazing with adaptive guidelines. It really helps you a lot. And also the steering is leather wrapped. Also it shows about the car gear, what gear I'm putting, so it's really fine. And talking about the average, I'm able to get somewhere around 14 to 15 in highway and 12 to 13 in city, which is fine for the engine like 1.6 cc. And I think that I'm able to keep this car for more than 4 to 5 years very easily with just regular in services and nothing else to be done. So now I have come at the back seat of the car, and from here if I see the dashboard completely looks more premium. And the particular thing about the Creta is that it is a commanding position. The person who's sitting at the rear also get the view of the road, and the comfortable sitting I have is on the next level. Like I don't have to worry about any headroom. My height is around 5'9.5", and I get the decent amount of headroom. One thing I say that if you have a toddler or someone whose height is somewhere around 4 feet or 3.5 feet, he'll be having some kind of issue while seeing outside because of the particular design. But if you are an adult, definitely no issues at all. Also the sunroof adds on to it like anything. Like it gives you a car like you are sitting in a car of 17 to 18 lakhs, which actually the cost of the car is, and you are getting at 8 to 10 lakh rupees. Also we get the armrest, and once I've put my hand in armrest, I'm like comfortably sitting, and I can sit here for somewhere around 4 to 5 hours very easily without any break. So now I have done the seat completely behind, so the leg space is completely gone. But if I talk about here, so the front seat height is set about somewhere around 5'10", so it's decent amount of space. I'll not say very much, but it's decent. And also this ambient light, it adds a really value to the car. But again, I've also cautious you about everything. Also the car gets a rear wiper as well and a partial tray too. Also I get the rear AC vents, and they also completely work fine. So when you are seeing any pre-owned Creta, you have to check everything, its fan speed, everything, even all the ports, the 12 volt ports in the front, at the back, everything we have to see. And also the one thing which I did at the particular when I was doing the PDI of this car was, and I was checking this car, that I went all the way close to the speakers, and then I started hearing what is that, are the sound output is completely fine or not. The thing is that we need to check the ORVMs, whether they are folding it completely or not. And sometimes what happens is that the ORVM started making weird noises, and it's completely fine, but it's not anything that they need any kind of work, which the motor's age has been done, so nothing to be worried about that. And also from inside we have to check everything about the windshield from inside as well. That sometimes what happens, there's any kind of film which has been installed or some other work has been done on the windshield. So what happens is that it gets very sticky, and at night also this is some kind of cheap polish that dealers use, or from wherever you are buying. So what happens at night, the high beams and everything clearly gets on your eyes, so it's really risky as well. So you have to check each and everything, like from inside, from outside, and everything you need to be checked before buying it. And also you have to check all the lights. So talking about this, that I have got it changed to white color, but it's completely working. So you have to check each and everything. Also you have to check the IRVM, so it's an automatic one, so we have to check everything. So whether it's completely fine or not, we have to check it on our setting, that what a particular setting is, so that we can check that whether it's not tight or not, it's the original one or not. So what happens is that in particular dealers, what they do is they take this IRVM out and fix some local one, like a manual one, because this may easily cost somewhere around 25 to 30,000 very easily, and they sell it aftermarket for some more money. So you have to be really particular about the car, that it gets the original IRVM or not, because in many times in accidental cases what happens is this also gets damaged, so they remove it but they do not install the original one. they install the local one. So we have to also be note this point to be done also as well at the time of buying a car. So without waiting, let's go for a drive in this car and see how it drives and what main thing the power is. So just if I talk about the power, car goes mad. Like no competition at a budget of 8 to 10 lakh rupees. See, Sonnet is a good car, but the drivability with this car gets the power. The Sonnet cannot match the 1.6cc engine. Brakes are very good. The gears are pretty smooth to drive. No issues at all. I'll be not stretching it much because I'm driving within the city. But if you have to cruise it at 180, so you try to overtake the car. Amazing. So the other thing that we have to check is, or we have to put the reverse gear, take it near the pillar or something. The sensors are working or not. Sensors are completely working fine. So now my sensors are making sound, and it means the sensors are able to detect about this pillar, and it means they're completely fine. No need to worry about it. I've turned off the flash, and now you can justify the ambient lighting, how it actually looks. Pretty amazing. Talking about the headlamps, both are running completely fine. So in this video, I have talked about complete review of my Creta 2018 SX optional variant. So not talking about at the last, there are people those will prefer brand new car at the budget of 8 to 10 lakh, or some will be like me, those who buy a pre-owned cars. So why I bought a pre-owned car was because I wanted a drivability which was not getting in Sonnet. I was not very satisfied after taking a test drive because of a 1200cc engine. My mother owns a Venue 1.2cc 2022 variant, and it drives completely like the same. And also the thing is that I didn't like the pickup of that car. The turbo engine is completely fine, but it was not fitting my budget. So I thought I should go for a pre-owned car. And Creta, talking about specific of the Creta, it's a high on demand car. So we have to be really particular which car we are buying, which model we are buying. And I suggest not going for a Creta like 2015 or 16 one, because they are 9-10 years old and more wear and tear. So what will happen is when we'll buy that car, we'll be spending more on services, more on parts, because 70 to 80% wear and tear has been done, and we don't know how the other person has driven the car. So we have to get it checked thoroughly. And what I did was that I took this car to Hyundai dealership. I got each and everything serviced. It took me around 18 to 19,000 rupees, but after that I got a mental peace that car is completely fine, nothing is wrong, everything is on track. So this was my review of my pre-owned Creta, and I hope you liked my video. If you liked the vlog, please give a thumbs up and comment on it. Thank you.